Joined now by Matt Holmes, who was the play-by-play man last year for the Hamilton Bulldogs in the OHL. News coming down today, the Scream Eagles inviting Joseph Mizzi to training camp for a tryout. Matt, you had the chance to watch Joseph play last year. What were your impressions of him?
He's a good kid, to be honest with you. I don't think it was too surprising that he got cut early on in training camp this year with the Bulldogs, but he's a kid who can skate, that's for sure. He's got a lot of heart. He just might transition well to a different league in a different kind of set of circumstances. It just kind of always felt like he was a little bit behind the eight ball in the Ontario League when he was coming up through the Toronto Marlboros midget team and kind of being under that spotlight. It didn't seem like it kind of fit him very well, so I'll be very interested to see how he sets up out there.
Now, you mentioned it wasn't really a surprise he was cut. Is this just an issue of the numbers game? Does Hamilton have a strong team? Why didn't he make the team?
Yeah, it's a team that's getting better. Really, he was a George Burnett guy who was the coach and general manager at the beginning of last season, but he was let go in the offseason. And I don't think Mizzi kind of fell in with where Steve Staios and the rest of the organization maybe wanted to take the team because he's a little bit smaller. He's not quite as physical in the corners as some of the other guys that they've been going with as of late. So I think he just didn't fit the mold of where the team's going. But his numbers won't show it, but he's offensively, he is gifted. He's got some really good wheels. I don't know. There just feels like there needs to be something for him to click in order to kind of turn that corner with the offensive numbers, because he had 2 goals and 2 assists last year in 50 some odd games, which isn't impressive at all. But the amount of times that he hit the post or was leading the breakout on the wing and cut towards the net and had a good solid scoring chance they were numerous, and it was just kind of odd to see him never get it in the back of the net, but it felt like there was always something there that it could be eventually here.
What forward position does he play? Is he capable of playing all 3 roles? Can he mix it up? Obviously, he said he's a bit of a smaller guy.
He's a winger. He's not a centerman at all. You look to see him on the wing. That's the only place I would see him, to be honest.
Lastly, I'll ask you, Cape Breton, a young team this year, obviously rebuilding, lost a lot of players. If he was on a team similar to that in the OHL, would he have made that team, do you think? What do you think his chances are in Cape Breton with a team that is rebuilding?
Rebuilding team, he'd have a chance at least. It would depend on where he kind of fell within their ranks of what they thought they were going to be 2 years from now and what they kind of felt that he'd fit into. I think his game might more suit the Quebec League than it will the Ontario League. I think he'll be a beneficial guy, and he should have a chance to make your roster.
Yeah, of course, decisions still to be made, and I guess nothing hurts giving the guy a tryout. Thanks for this, Matt.
No worries.